Well, not a horrible day, I guess. I was I was happy at the start of the day. We qualified two horses. Very, very important day today for the training and qualifying. Trained Grey's a New Red hard. She scoped good after. She got a little ulcer on her palate, though. We're going to keep treating that. Trained Rooney Blue Chip. Trained her in 56 and 4 by herself, 57. And we trained Rooney Blue Chip in 58 and 3. He was very good. He's got a stake race next week in New Jersey. The Gray Filly's heading to the fair on Wednesday, the Upper Sandusky Fair. And then we had two big qualifiers. I'm Love Lady. That's My Girl. This affiliate made breaks in all three of her last three starts at Indiana. And when we trained her the other day, geez, I thought she got around Northfield really good, which is odd. I mean, to struggle on a 7/8 mile track and then excel on a half-mile track is odd. But Northfield Park has got a fantastic surface, and it's a great track in its own right. Qualified, That's My Girl, 58 and 3 today. I ended up coming first over with her down the backstretch. I wanted to test her out today. I wasn't going to go easy on her. And those were aged horses she was in with. Third beat a length and 3/4, 58 and 2. I think she raced 58, trotted 58 and 2, 58 and 3. Home in 29 and a piece. I thought she was very good. And then the biggest one of the day was really do or die for Jazzy Judy. And to be quite fair, Jazzy Judy has, we'll get to Rose Run Why Not in a minute, but Jazzy Judy had a fragment operated on and taken out of her knee end of April, 1st of May, and just qualified this morning in 2-2 and 3, last quarter in 29 and 3. Now, just to set the scene, the fastest the fillies have been so far in Delaware that I've seen in the results, 2-5 over Delaware. Now, this isn't Delaware County Fairgrounds in Ohio. This is Delaware, the state, Harrington Raceway. Now, I talked to Jim King. That's who's getting the filly. He's going to receive the filly and train her for us. And he said, well, Northfield's quite a bit faster than Harrington, but still, that's more than enough. And when I say, I told you guys the other day, I really thought 2-5, 2-6, that's enough to get her qualified, and that's probably what she was ready to do. We've been asking a lot of this filly and the filly that raced tonight over the last month. These are horses that had fractures in the end of April, first part of May. It's September, and they're racing. It just goes to show, why I like them so much. This determination they show, the work ethic, that never die attitude. It goes a long way. And Jazzy Judy went out today, and I'll be quite honest with you. We had earplugs in her because I didn't want her to get hot. If I pull the earplugs in the last turn and just move her out, file her 4 wide coming out of the turn, she's a winner in the qualifier. She was incredible this morning, 2-2 and 3, as I said, last quarter, 29 and 3. For a filly that has to go and race against, from what I can see, there's only 3 or 4 qualified so far. I don't know how many are going to be in. There's only 17 on Earth that are eligible. So it'll be very interesting to see how many make it to the races for not this Wednesday, a week from this Wednesday coming. So 12 days from now. So Tuesday we're going to ship Jazzy Judy up to the Meadows, and Jim King is going to ship her home to Maryland. So that's the scoop with her. Then we came here tonight really hoping, Miss Meringue, you guys knew what I was going to do, duck her off the gate and see if we could scab some money, and we did. Finished 5th, I think the fastest mile of her life, 2 minutes, and she did it the right way. This is going to be a nice 3-year-old, I think. She's a big, giant filly, but she does everything correctly now. Everything correctly. Put her on the gate, take her off, race her from off the pace, race her on the front. Now, she's not nearly as fast as her other fillies, but she's big, and she's going to grow into herself, and I think Miss Meringue's going to be a good 3-year-old for us. Did well again tonight, just keeps creeping closer to that 20,000 mark on the year, which isn't horrible. I know we paid 64, but she keeps creeping closer to that 20, which is good, considering she's just kind of been okay all year. 3 wins at the fairs, 2nd beat a nose, a 5th tonight. She's got another fair left, 2 more fairs left, and then that's it for her. Then we race Mama Knows Best. Now, I can tell you my take on Mama Knows Best. We schooled her back short with hobbles on way back when, maybe a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Then we qualified her right back again. Then we raced her in the fair, and she just obliterated them in 2-1. That was 10 days ago, 10 days ago. And we trained her up, but we really didn't scorch her, right? 4 days out, we put her in the race bike and go a mile in 2:4, 2:5. We didn't do that this time. We trained her a mile and a half, mile and a half, mile and a half. We trained her coming into tonight, but we didn't really rev her up. And the reason being, sure, we needed to win tonight to make the $60,000 final. I thought it was 75. Jason said it was 60 of the Buckeye. But if we continue to drill her and drill her and drill her, by the time we get to the $75,000 final of the Sire Stakes, the consolation, is she going to be fresh at all? Is she going to be tired? So I really just, to be honest, I just thought she'd come in here and win. But I don't think we could have changed anything. I don't think we could really justify drilling really hard down on her for this start, then for the next start, then for the consolation, or then for the Buckeye, and then what do we have left for the consolation or the Buckeye final? We might not have had much of a filly left, and it was just it was one of the tough situations where do we really button down on her, or do we coast in here trying to get the job done on a horse that's razor sharp coming in, and it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. So Mama Knows Best, a little flat tonight, finished fourth. That will do it for the Buckeye. She's not going to get in the Buckeye final now, but she does have one more Buckeye race in Delaware. I guess never say never, I suppose. If she goes out and wins and a couple of horses don't show up in the final, who knows? But it's unlikely. So it looks like we have the Buckeye final, and then we have the consolation, or the Buckeye race in Delaware, and then the consolation for Mama Knows Best. I didn't know what to think coming in with Rose Run Why Not, right along the same lines as Jazzy Judy. Just have asked a lot of this filly. She qualified in 58 and looked like a killer 2 weeks ago. A little flat last week. We ran some fluids into her. How's she going to be? First time after shipping, right? Because she trucked to Northville and qualified on the grounds. First time shipping all the way down here, 2.5, 3 hours to Scioto. Big track, different surface. And this isn't a qualifier. This is a race. She just watch the replay. She's just such a professional for a filly that has no racing experience. And I said to Jason, I said, take nothing away from this filly. She raced her heart out tonight. She raced great, finished up as good as she could, trotted in 58 and 4. These horses she's racing against have raced anywhere from 7 to 17 times this year. And they were trained down, didn't get lame, qualified and raced till tonight. This filly broke her knee in May, made it back, qualified. We've asked a lot of Rose Run Why Not, and she answered the bell and she answered the door every single time. And then, tonight she did all she could. I have, her and Miss Meringue. I was a little disappointed with Mama Knows Best, but I could see what happened. I think the other two fillies, though, just did every ounce they could, and I couldn't be any prouder of them. They both raced great. So for a little bit of math, a little bit of luck, and maybe a win in Delaware, who knows, but probably another Delaware, and then we can find I'd love to race her at the Meadows once in the maiden there. Man, oh man, she'd love that track. You're probably going to see 4 or 5 starts on Rose Run Why Not and put her away. You'll probably see 6 or 7 on Jazzy Judy. We'll put her away. Mama Knows Best has got Delaware, at least 2 left. Everybody's got 1, 2, 3 races left. So a good night. Pretty good response from the email last night I'd sent out. Not an email, the video I'd sent out to everybody talking about the sale coming up this Friday. Wednesday, I don't know where I'm going to be at yet. Depends on the draw tomorrow for the Meadows. There is a fair here in Upper Sandusky. The Gray filly will race. Gray is the new red. Well and Down will race. And then we'll also have My Jazz going there. Not to be greedy, but we got to keep her tight. And we could school her and train her hard at Northfield, but a little racing experience never hurt My Jazz. Plus a little drop in class, probably make her feel like $1 million. So My Jazz is going to go to the fair. I'm sure they're going to love seeing her roll in there. My Jazz is going to go to the fair on Wednesday, as is, who's the other trotter? Not I'm a Lovely Lady. She's entered at the Meadows for Wednesday. Miss Meringue, because she's got no racing done. Miss Meringue, the queen of the fairs, is going to go back to the fairs on Wednesday. 4 horses going to the fairs. Now, if I can't go, I'm sure Luke Ebersol will get around fine. He seems to get along with the horse as well. It really depends on the draw tomorrow. If we get 4 or 5 in at the Meadows, I'll probably go to the Meadows as soon as the Meadows is over. Now, here's the scoop. I'm going to tell Tim to give Sebastian you the week off. I don't want to qualify. I want to get some bet work done to him. I want to do it right. And I can't really be there to qualify. Thursday, I need to be at the sale doing videos for you guys all day long, so that Friday we're on the right foot heading to the sale. Everybody's on the right page. We're squared away. Over the next 5-6 days, I'm going to be sending out emails, as I did the other day, asking people, if you're looking at this horse, I'll give you the price point and what percentage would you like if we do get the horse. If you like the horse, obviously, I would love to go to the sale with 4 or 5 horses on the list that are almost sold out when the hammer drops, because I think these prices, I gave a little discount for 2020 and what was going on, but at the same time, I think I'm pretty close, and we do have a number of horses that have a lot of shares spoken for already at the price point. So I'm on my way to being where my comfort zone is for the Ohio Select sale next Friday. A little more homework to do. I'd like to get to Midland Acres. I would like to obviously do the videos on Thursday at the fair, get those videos out to you Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, and then Friday be there bright and early. First horse in the ring we're having a serious look at. I think it's like 11 or 13 or something. So if you want to see the videos I made, there's 2 lists. One, horses that I think there's a lot of value and a lot of affordability there. Horses I just don't think will bring as much as people might hope. They're the bucket list horses, let's call them. The other horses, there's 15 horses on that list. Now, we can't buy all 15. Even if I had lots of money, we couldn't buy all of those 15. But I'd like to buy a few of them. It'd be nice. So there's 15 on a list that are going to be a little pricier, and there's 15 on another list that are going to be a little more affordable. Both those lists are available. If you send me an email, I'll be happy to forward you the email with the links on them for each list, and open up a dialogue with everybody, all of our clients out there that are watching these videos. It's very important that we're on the same page for next Friday, especially. You guys know where our biggest chunk of business comes from. That's Ohio. Love this state. It's been very, very kind to us over the last 4 years. After this is over, we can focus on Lexington, which is a broader spectrum. We'll be looking to get some Ontario breds, maybe pick up the Ohio bred also. But I've said that we're going to focus on 2-3 New York breds, 2-3 Indiana breds again. Bulk of our work is going to be done in Ohio and Ontario, and then 4 or 5 Pennsylvania breds. We're having a pretty good run of luck in the overnights, but we did have luck in the past, a big chunk of luck with White Tiger and Lawmaker and a few other horses, and it would be nice to get back to having some stake horses in Pennsylvania. But to do that, we got to find the right ones. Anyway, that's enough for tonight. Obviously, I'm not disappointed. A little deflated over Mama, I guess, but overall, it was an okay night. Still lots of racing left in Ohio. The horses are doing very well still, and we expect that to continue into the year 2021. What about Cavill Hanover? Didn't talk about him a whole lot. New lifetime mark today. Mark Harder has done a great job for us. Cavill Hanover, 153 flat at Philadelphia today. Great job, Mark, and congratulations to everybody that owns Cavill Hanover. We had said you got to let these 4-year-olds ease into the racing situations, and it wasn't working out in Ontario. He was just in too tough. Mark found a good spot at Yonkers for him. Now found a great spot again today, 1-5 on the board. Great spot at Philadelphia. It's working out really good for Cavill Hanover. And as we get into the fall and we get our yearlings polished away, we'll have a look at Harrisburg also, see if there's some racehorses for us for the winter. So lots going on. It's been going pretty good for us here at the stable all summer, and we hope to keep it going into the fall. Take care.